Welcome back to our channel where we explore the fascinating world of rare coins, valuable pennies, and hidden treasures that could be sitting right in your pocket change. Today we are diving deep into the story of one of the most incredible and mysterious coins in American numismatic history, the 1958 no-mint mark wheat penny. This tiny copper coin may look ordinary to the untrained eye, but behind its humble design lies a rich history, fascinating details, and a current market value that has shocked collectors and investors around the world. Today we are going to unfold the history, the production details, the unique features, and the staggering current value of this coin, which has been recorded at $72,980. So let us begin with the backdrop of history. The year 1958 was a remarkable time in the United States. Dwight D. Eisenhower was president. The American economy was booming, and the post-World War II generation was thriving in schools, neighborhoods, and communities all across the nation. In the midst of this bustling economic growth, the United States Mint was continuing to produce millions of coins for everyday transactions, among them the iconic Lincoln cent, also known as the wheat penny because of the two stalks of wheat engraved on its reverse side. The Lincoln wheat cent had been introduced back in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was designed by Victor David Brenner, whose initials VDB can be found on certain versions of the coin. The obverse side features the portrait of Abraham Lincoln, one of the most recognizable designs in all of American coinage history. The reverse side shows the simple yet symbolic design of two wheat stalks surrounding the words 1 cent and United States of America. This design lasted from 1909 all the way until 1958, when it was finally replaced by the Lincoln Memorial reverse in 1959. That means that the 1958 Lincoln wheat penny was the very last year of issue for the wheat design, closing the chapter on a coin that had been in circulation for nearly half a century. This alone makes the 1958 penny historically significant, but what makes it truly fascinating and rare is the fact that some of these coins exist without any mint mark. Now let us talk about the minting process to understand why a missing mint mark makes this coin so special. The United States Mint has several facilities, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins struck in Philadelphia traditionally did not carry a mint mark, while coins struck in Denver carry a small d, and those from San Francisco carry an s. By 1958, the Philadelphia Mint was responsible for producing a huge number of pennies with no mint mark, meaning technically most of the 1958 wheat pennies should already be without a mint mark. So what makes the no mint mark 1958 penny we are talking about today so extraordinary? The 1958 double die obverse wheat penny. This is a coin where the lettering on the obverse side, particularly in the words Liberty and In God We Trust, appears to have been struck twice, resulting in a bold doubling effect. These kinds of double die coins are caused by mistakes during the hubbing process of the coin dies, and they are highly sought after because they are so rare. The 1958 double die penny is considered one of the rarest double die cents ever discovered, with only a handful known to exist. Reports suggest fewer than 5 or 6 examples are in collectors' hands today. This extreme rarity drives the price into the tens of thousands of dollars, and in some auctions these coins have reached jaw-dropping figures, including the $72,980 valuation we are discussing here. Collectors value this coin not only for its rarity, but also for its significance, as the last wheat penny ever struck by the mint. Combine that with a dramatic error such as the double die, and you have a recipe for one of the most legendary coins in all of numismatics. Now let us go deeper into the details of the coin itself. If you hold a regular 1958 wheat penny, you will notice the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln facing right, with the date 1958 clearly struck beneath his chin. On the obverse side, if you happen to find one of the rare double die examples, you will notice the doubling most prominently on the motto In God We Trust across the top of the coin, the word Liberty on the left side, and the date itself. Collectors always recommend using a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to carefully study the details, because naked eyes often miss the subtle differences. On the reverse of the coin you will find the classic wheat stalk design with the words 1 cent large in the center and United States of America below, along with the phrase E pluribus unum at the top. This design is simple yet iconic, and it symbolizes growth, prosperity, and the agricultural roots of America, which is why it remained beloved for 50 years before the Lincoln Memorial replaced it in 1959. So how rare are these coins and why do they fetch so much money at auction? Let us talk about the numbers. In 1958, the Philadelphia Mint struck over 250 million wheat pennies without a mint mark. Most of these were ordinary coins intended for everyday use and circulation. However, among those millions, only a microscopic handful were struck with the double die error. This makes the ratio of rarity almost impossible to calculate. We are talking about fewer than 1 in tens of millions, making it one of the rarest known United States coins still potentially circulating or hidden in private collections. Now let us discuss the market value over the decades. The 1958 double-die wheat penny with no mint mark has become legendary in coin collecting circles. In the early years when the first examples were discovered, collectors were stunned because by the 1950s the mint had improved its technology, and double-die errors were becoming less common compared to earlier decades. This made the 1958 example even more shocking. The few pieces that entered the market quickly reached five-figure sales as collectors scrambled to acquire them. Auction houses such as Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers have recorded sales that push this coin well beyond the average collector's budget. In fact, one verified example sold for nearly $72,980 in pristine condition. This staggering number highlights how demand and rarity can combine to make a small copper coin worth more than a luxury car or even a down payment on a house. Condition is everything when it comes to coin value. If a 1958 no mint mark wheat penny with the double die error is found in poor condition with scratches, heavy wear or discoloration, it may still be worth thousands, but not nearly as much as a mint state coin. The top graded specimens certified by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC are the ones that reach the highest valuations. Collectors always recommend submitting potential finds to a grading service to authenticate and protect the coin from damage. Let us also put this coin into perspective by comparing it with other rare pennies throughout history. For instance, the 1909 SVDB penny is one of the most famous key dates, and it can fetch thousands. The 1914 D penny is another sought-after rarity, but even these cannot compare in rarity to the 1958 double die obverse. With only a handful known, it ranks among the top tier of rare American coins alongside legends like the 1943 copper penny and the 1877 Indian head cent. So what should you do if you think you may have a valuable 1958 wheat penny? First, carefully examine the coin under magnification. Look at the lettering on the obverse side. If you see any clear doubling, particularly on Liberty or In God We Trust, you may have struck gold. Second, check the overall condition, because the higher the grade the more valuable it becomes. And third, consult with a professional coin dealer or send it to a grading service for confirmation. Do not attempt to clean the coin, because cleaning can actually decrease its value by removing the natural surface and patina. Imagine the excitement of discovering such a coin in an old jar of pennies in your grandparents' attic, or at a flea market or garage sale. Stories abound of ordinary people stumbling upon extraordinary treasures because they paid close attention to the details. This is part of what makes coin collecting such an exciting hobby. It is not only about history but also about the thrill of discovery. The 1958 no mint mark wheat penny is therefore not just a coin, it is a symbol of how history, mistakes, and rarity come together to create something extraordinary. For collectors, it represents the pinnacle of a lifetime pursuit. For historians, it marks the end of the wheat penny era, and for investors, it stands as proof that even the smallest pieces of change can carry immense value. In conclusion, the story of the 1958 no mint mark wheat penny, especially the double die variety, is one of intrigue, mystery, and staggering value. From its origins at the Philadelphia Mint to its emergence as one of the rarest coins ever discovered, this tiny piece of copper has captured the imagination of collectors worldwide, with a market value reaching $72,980. This coin reminds us that history is not just found in museums. It can also be hiding in the palm of your hand. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey through history and numismatics. If you enjoyed learning about the 1958 wheat penny, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel,